went on the cabin.
Sit right here by this young gentleman. You're fine. Kind of look out. You don't necessarily have to hold it.
Where's the train?
Average person 200 pounds. That's 500 feet.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get going here. If you have any questions, feel free. We are 15 minutes as we travel here. It's going to be 6,000 to 10,000 feet. This is Sandia Peak Tramway. We are located in Bernalillo County. Until we pass that sign in front of us, it's called the Entering Cibola National Forest. You can see on that sign. So we'll start to leave here. And as we pick up speed, later on it'll be 13 miles per hour, 20 feet per second.
This is not a forest.
Of sorts.
We have a paraglider here, this guy, in the lobby, the sunglasses. He's got a paraglider, big old bag there. So later on, he's gonna jump off the mountain, so you guys look out for that. We have a restaurant up top, so they usually jump off the cliffside and glide towards the base. They land wherever the wind takes them, so one paraglider for sure. So he'll go up the next tram ride, and then probably within an hour, he'll jump off the cliffside to land towards wherever the wind takes him. Where do we rent the paragliders?
I have a dual one because I don't know that I could jump off the side of a cliff.
There's the manager
But I
talking
think
to
it'd be so
corporate,
cool
right
just to
down here. That's rare. Rare to see them down there. Right behind us, the elevation sign says 6,559 feet. This is the third tram ride. So the first two only had 20 people, so the early people get the less tram ride. This is the third tram ride. This one's got 41 people. We usually pack it to 56, so 41 is better than 56.
So they're averaging slightly less than 200 pounds per person.
As we start things off, you can see down here it's called the Sonoran Base. It's desert. You can see the plant life is pretty much desert. It's called the Sonoran Base again. Sonoran. You have the juniper trees that barely grow around 20 feet under. The rocks around here have color all the way up. These granite rocks have color of orange, yellow, pink, tan. They're from mineral called feldspar, mica, quartz, but either way, when the sun sets on the mountain, it gives the name Sandia, which is Spanish for watermelon. Yes, the watermelon peak, Sandia Peak. If you were to hike from where we left, it's 9 miles. It takes 10 hours to get up top of the mountain. The tram ride's only 15 minutes. bit. It's not blowing much, so that's a good sign. We make sure we do our tram ride safely, as we always make a trip under 45 miles per hour, north and south winds. If you look up where I'm pointing, you can see this big boulder up here. It's called the Cannon Rock. It looks like a cannon up here, right up towards my left side or north. That big boulder is the same size as a cable car we're traveling in. Just as an idea for what you see. Right up top.
Yeah, I see it, but it's not what this is. Yeah, this is not a forest. This is not a forest. There's like 5 trees.
Glad you showed up now too, because the temperature is barely 88. Later on it's going to be 95 at the base. Up top of the mountain it's 62, so it's cold. But later on it'll be 71 up top. All day. We have a brand new restaurant up top. It's called 10-3. So the restaurant name 10-3 got its name because of the elevation up there. It's 10,300 plus feet.
Wait, there's trees up there.
That's why it's called 10-3. Now, as we're going up, you can notice these trees. Some of them look like they're no longer alive, and then some look regular green trees. These are ponderosa pines. But these other trees that look like they're no longer alive, it's because in the early 2000s we had pine bark beetle that came through in this area. So it had caused and affect these trees to no longer flourish like these other green trees. So that's why you can see some of these trees are no longer like green. You might see animals as you travel. The possibility is bear, raccoon, squirrel, red-tailed hawk, golden eagle, peregrine falcon, ring-tailed cats, bobcats, mountain lions, and even chipmunks.
Have you ever seen a bear from here?
Oh, they saw a bear 2 days ago.
Wow.
Probably yesterday, but yesterday we were closed. We're always closed on a Tuesday, so that's not possible. Tuesdays are our maintenance. Maintenance doesn't work all day on a Tuesday, so today's Wednesday. It means everything is 100%. And even then, we do our test run every day, folks, from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. for about an hour. We have our test run, our maintenance run. The maintenance guys will be on top of the rooftop, and one will be another 20 feet higher than us, where it's where the cables is at. There's a carriage up there where they travel on the carriage above the cable. Just imagine climbing up another 20 feet higher. That's one of our maintenance guys up top. You probably saw him coming down, actually. Yeah, he was riding on top of it. Alrighty, folks, these boulders out here are really about 40 feet out. We're gonna start to slow down in just a few moments, or a moment. That's because we're coming into our next tower. And if you have any questions, feel free. I've rode this thing more than 3,000 times in 6 years. Most of you is your first time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there's our tower right in front of you. That's the blue towers. It took about more than 2,000 helicopter flights to build. Here we go for the tower. After this, we are 900 feet off the ground. There's our swing. As you folks look up ahead, you can see the tram car coming in. That's right up ahead. This will pass us in 20 seconds. We'll be right beside the other cable car. So right about just 5 more seconds right about here. 5, 4, right beside us. 3, 2, 1. And now you can wave at the other tram operator on board. There's like 10 people on there. Looks like we're going faster, folks. You notice that cable car. Now, we're going 13 miles per hour towards the east. They're going 13 miles per hour towards the west. So basically, they're going opposite speed. With that added up, it's like 26 miles per hour. You've seen them pass
Oh, you can
us.
see a bunch of them biking as well.
Yeah.
As we slow down, you notice this cable in the middle is spiral. It's called a haul cable that pulls us up. That's also connected to the other tram car, and it's pulling them down. So as they're at tower, we're slowing down for this reason. And the irony of slowing down is that we are above this highest point, which we always slow down here for about 20 seconds, but it's 920 feet off the ground, like the height of the observation deck of the Eiffel Tower. Now the other tram car is going to pass the tower behind us, and we'll start to speed up, folks. And there it is. We're going back to speed because they passed the tower. From here on out, we're 7 minutes away to get up top. Right about now, folks, we are coming into this peak right beside us here on our left or north. As we see this peak right beside us, it's called the Ego Boost. Now, people hike about 4 hours from the city to get here, and they rock climb this baby.
Oh, that'd be
So
fun.
this peak face has got a bunch of crisscross slants that go in and out diagonally. You can start to see like a form of an X right beside us there. So it gives help for the rock climbers to climb up. Ego Boost.
Oh, that's so cool.
We get rock climbers, parasailers, which will happen later on, a paraglider, which is pop up, a hang glider. People who can slackline. If you imagine people tying a rope end to another canyon side up top, across the canyon sides up there, they'll try to walk across the rope line, and if they fall, they bounce and bounce, and their carabiner harness catches them, they slackline back. They do that a lot, but I'm not seeing anyone up there doing that right now, so it looks like no one's doing it. These trees down here grow 130 feet plus. That's because they're a ravine collection of water during snow melt or rainfall. These are conifer, Douglas fir, ponderosa, the aspen trees. Some are maple, some are blue spruce. I'm saying some because not a lot. And 2 days ago, they said they saw a bear here coming into this peak ahead, which is called the Dragon's Tooth.
I was thinking it was kind of in this area, maybe.
So there is a cave.
20 years ago when Justin and I came up, we saw.
Alright, folks, so we're passing our area behind us called Echo Canyon. This is this area behind me. Canyon. As we're entering right in front of us, this is called the Domingo Vaca. So, Domingo Vaca is well known for a tragedy. Back in 1955, I'm saying this because someone asked up front about it, there was a plane crash that happened in this area. It was a tragedy. And if anyone wants to raise a hand for me to cancel out, we can. But as I mentioned any further, there was a plane crash that happened here. The pilot was trying to go through north to Santa Fe and didn't make it through this site during the fog. So this peak right here, right beside us, as you start to notice this peak right beside us, you'll see on the right side there's metal piece reflecting. Just right on the right side, that's where it hit. And that's where the piece of the plane wreckage is still.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, so it hits that front
Underneath
face.
that rock, like down just below the trees, kind of. Just reflected metal.
And again, that was in 1955, folks. So right about here, folks, in about 20 or 15 seconds, we're going to start to slow down. That's because 2 miles out west behind us, the other cable car is going to approach their tower. So just about 10 seconds from now, we're going to start to slow down. There we are, slowing down. Cool. So as we do slow down, you can look up towards the blue sky. Way up top in that blue sky. Way up top, the highest point, you can see a rock house way up top there. This was built in 1936, the Great Depression, by the CCC's. The Civilian Conservation Corps built a rock house way up there. You can see a small window opening on the farthest left. So that was built for them to stay and lodge and build the back trails. And the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps, did projects all over the U.S. And if you want to hike there, you can. There's a trail that leads out to that rock house called the 130 North or 130 South to come back. But you're going north 130, and then you make a left to Trail 93, and that's Kiwanis Cabin that starts with the letter K. There are signs to point to it, so just remember the letter K for Kiwanis Cabin.
How long of a hike is it?
It takes you just about 30 minutes if you take your time. If you just walk there straight way, you get there in 20 minutes. but I recommend taking your time.
From the top or from the bottom?
From up here. From the bottom, it'll take you about 8 hours. A lot of space. But if you're hiking from the terminal, tram terminal, that's 9 hours. Alrighty, folks, here we are slowing down. This means we're 2 minutes in. So in the last 2 minutes here, we always get slow, super slow. This is in case to due to high wind. It's not windy, but either way, whether it's windy or not windy, we always make sure we guide ourselves in safely. And you can see up here, this is a restaurant up here called the 10-3. And I do apologize about this because on the Wednesday, we're always closed for this restaurant. So it usually opens every day at 11 a.m., but every Wednesday, they keep saying to tell the people that they are working on hiring people. And it's been 2 months straight on every Wednesday. They've just had to close and haven't hired people yet. So I do apologize about that. We have our observation deck up here. That's the red deck. People are taking pictures of us. You can see them. It's like we're a parade. If you look all around you, folks, this is 11,000 square miles. If you can't see that whole view, don't worry about that. You'll be exiting the tram car in a minute. When we get up here, you can take any tram down. The tram cars will be running as late as 9 p.m. today. You can take any tram right down. Every 15 minutes usually we board, and if not 15 minutes, it's because they're trying to upload to sell or board people around over 30. So that's why it's packed in here. It's not because like they just, well, that's because they usually set it up like that. They fill it up, and that's due to high wind, just in case too. All the weight helps. And if there's only like 10 people in here, they put 800 gallons of water in here. So underneath your feet, folks, you're standing on a ballast that's empty. But usually they put out water if there's not a lot of people. And that water will anchor us against swinging against the wind. Alright folks, we only got about 10 feet or about 5 feet of space left. We're almost done. Thank you for your patience. It'll be rewarded once you exit. I know the mask doesn't help, but that's our policy. Once you exit the tram car, you'll be able to let loose and check out whatever the trails or have a little picnic. Here's a little bump here coming in, just about a foot left, and it's not going to be that bad, but I'm just giving you a heads up. And it should be a little minor bump here, right about here. There it is. So it wasn't like a bump at all. It's like it's perfectly glided in due to the perfect balance and weight. Alright folks, so we only got about 5 more feet for the final bump, 4 more feet, and we're coming in 3 feet, 2 feet, and here's our last foot. Here's our bump coming in inches. Here it is right now. So there we go, folks. All you have to do is wait in 20 seconds. You'll be exiting where I'm pointing, which is out towards the south. As you exit that direction, you'll be walking around to the observation deck. Now the red deck looks confusing. It looks like a maze, but don't worry about that. On the left side is the rampway, and the right side is the stairway. Both leads to the square deck by the restaurant. Give it just about 10 more seconds. You'll be exiting. And there's our employee. They should open our doors right now. And once you exit, take off your mask. Thank you so much for your patience, folks.
Thank you.
I'm your tram operator, Positive Terrence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the top. Watch your step as you exit the cabin. It does move. Take a left at the close sign. Go all the way